I bought at the very first Roberta show that I did.
Cool.
And when I tell you, Devin, that I go outside and I check on my Asclepias every single day now.
See how it's progressing.
And I'm seeing how it's doing.
Great.
I feel like it's my little pet that I just go in and I care for. And I am so excited for this to mature and to be able to attract the monarch butterflies.
Absolutely.
Because what's so unique about this is you are going to be able to have a plant in your yard, not one, but 3, because we're giving you 3 of them in 3 different colors that look like this after the second season, right?
This is probably second season.
Yep, so
this
second
is a
season.
Great representation of one collection by the second season for sure.
And what you're going to do is you're going to have it outside, and the monarch butterflies are going to come here. They're going to land.
Yeah.
They're going to lay their eggs.
Exactly.
That's going to turn to caterpillars.
Yes.
Which are going to devour the leaves.
They will.
And then that's going to turn into more monarch butterflies.
Exactly. And the great thing is these plants produce so much foliage so quickly that it's just going to flush out with beautiful foliage so fast. And then your plants not only are going to be a host for those monarch butterflies, but all the other butterflies and pollinators are also going to be coming to the party. But like you were saying, the reason why the Asclepias is so important is because monarch butterflies are a specific pollinator that needs this plant. This is the only plant in the entire world, the genus Asclepias, of which they will lay their eggs on, because for some reason there's some sort of compound in the foliage that the caterpillars will only eat. They won't eat the foliage of a hydrangea or any other plant, only these plants. So if you want to help them, you got to plant them.
Well, I planted 1 in our front garden bed, and then I put 2 in planters that are on the deck right now, but I'm going to move them down by where our garden is.
Oh, great.
And
cool.
so I'm going to have in the backyard. This is M132051. It should be $33. It's $24.98. You have an easy payment here of $5 a month plus free shipping and handling. When you're looking at these giant plants, what it comes down to is $8.32 each. But look on the screen. This is what's going to come visit you.
Yeah, this is such an incredible way of truly connecting with Mother Nature. That's why so many of us garden, because we want to feel a part of something greater. And that's exactly what this collection is going to allow you to do. And also note in the name, it's a native plant, native to North America. That means it's going to grow well in your bad clay soil. It's going to grow well in your climatic conditions, better than the rest. That's why it's so important to grow native plants. And they're also very winter hardy, hardy to -30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow, so most of the country is going to be completely fine to have this.
Exactly.
Because they're perennials.
They're perennials that get better every year.
And every single year, you're going to be attracting more and more butterflies. You're going to help that monarch butterfly population because you're providing the only food source that they have.
Exactly. And I want to mention, you're getting all 3 of the colors that we're showing you guys in these images. You're getting that beautiful yellow, the gorgeous Cinderella pink, and that excellent orange. Now, Justin, these are not just wild varieties of Asclepias. These have been hybridized and cultivated to be garden performers that stay more compact, they produce more flowers, and they just have a much more lovely form in the garden compared to their wild relatives. And that means that you can still achieve that gorgeous manicured garden look while at the same time having an easy gardening experience and a beautiful gardening experience, and one which will support all of the pollinators, but most importantly the monarchs, who their population has been decimated over the last 20 years, and this is the best and really the only way to help them.
I can't even begin to explain to you how many people have come over our house recently since I've gotten this, and I have been telling them all about this plant.
It's such a great story.
And when I think about, like, I just went to two of my best friends from college, their son I call my little nephew, Grant, and I went to his little t-ball game today.
Cool.
And I just think, like, what a cool little plant to have if you do have that 3 or 4-year-old at home, if you have those grandkids at home.
Absolutely.
Where you can watch the butterflies and learn about their life cycle, learn about how they land on these plants. Then they will go ahead and lay their eggs, which turn to caterpillars, which eat and get hungry and get bigger, and then all of a sudden that turns to a chrysalis, which then becomes a butterfly, and it's this whole amazing educational thing.
Absolutely.
But I'm 33 years old, and I can't wait to see it at my house either.
You know, it's like befuddling to me, like how much amazement I get when I see birds out in my garden.
Yes.
We have some turtle doves that just laid a nest on a stack of wood on our front porch, and just like being out and seeing them every single day is incredible. So the idea that you can achieve something like that with these plants, bringing these monarch butterflies not just to the area but into your home garden, is such an incredible experience and something that should not be taken for granted. Over the last 20 years, we've taken for granted the existence of pollinators like the monarch butterflies, and this is how we can help bring them back into resilience.
Your item number here is M132051. You're bringing home 3 of these plants. They are native. That means anywhere in North America, you're going to be good to be able to plant them. Winter hardy up to -30 degrees. It's an easy payment of just $5, and it's shipping to you for free. Now, a little bit earlier, I mentioned that organic potting mix that we have. That is $28 if you want to bring it home. Here's an image if you